So often these love songs that you hear on the radio are, you know, that intimate, heteronormative love song of, I love you, you turn me on, all that stuff. But this is a love song saying, like, you just deserve love.
Hey, welcome to Happy Hour Sessions. With me today is the amazing musician, rock goddess, queen of the universe, Miss Taylor Lamborn. I am so excited for this episode. I am so excited to work with you, and I am so grateful you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. But we're just gonna get right into finding out what our inspiration for today is.
Cool.
To help guide the writing process, we're going to use another song as inspiration for our new one. We leave this up to chance by drawing 3 cards. The first will be the decade. The next card will be the year in that decade, and the final card will be the song's placement on the year-end Billboard chart. Once a song is chosen, we'll have a limited time to create our new one, and by the end of the episode, we'll have the first draft of our new song.
And this is just gonna find the decade first that we are starting with.
Can I just turn them over and pick which decade I like the most?
No.
Ready? Ooh.
That's 2020s.
That's modern. Okay, cool. This is like not my forte. Love it. Bing.
Today.
Jeez, cool.
So,
I probably won't even know the song.
That's okay.
All right.
The number 9 song. So the number 9 song from 2022, right now, June 4th, June 3rd, is Matilda by Harry Styles. We will listen to this song, and as we listen to it, we're going to take inspiration from it.
Can we listen to that song from Matilda too?
Sure.
Think. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like this is right in your wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. I'm such a sucker for the chorus at the end that changes slightly to say you can start a family. So
I didn't even catch that. It's like a love letter to the unloved. You know, he wrote this song, and I don't typically, as a songwriter, write a song to an individual, right? But I love that it's to Matilda, whoever Matilda is. And the hook is saying, you can throw a party, invite whoever you want, anyone you know, but not invite your family because they never showed you love. And that's a concept that I think through all people struggling with life, finding who they are, can relate to in some respect. So often these love songs that you hear on the radio are, you know, that intimate, like, heteronormative love song of, I love you, you turn me on, all that stuff. But this is a love song saying, like, you deserve love outside of, like, that traditional relationship. You just deserve love.
if you feel like the world doesn't have enough of those songs where like you deserve to be loved, then let's write that.
Yeah, I mean, that really is pulling me.
Let me ask you this, where do you usually start when you're writing a song?
Well, that's why I picked up my guitar. I think sometimes it comes from melody, sometimes it comes from, you know, oftentimes if I'm driving and I'm thinking about a thing, like something just like pops in my brain. And I get out my voice recorder and I start to sing the melody or the word, or I think of like a rhyming scheme and see what comes up. So I picked up my guitar because I'm thinking like, if we're writing a love letter, but not your traditional love letter, a love letter to somebody who needs it that's not romantic in the same way. What would that sound like in my head, you know?
Well, I think what's nice is we've already established a couple things, like this is not meant to be a romantic song. This is meant to be about anybody needs love or anybody deserves love.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who's either younger than us or at least less experienced than us, or something where it's like, hey, let's tell you that it gets maybe not better, but at least there's...
Yeah, I don't like the concept of it gets better, because life doesn't get better. Life gets harder. You just learn how to deal with it better. You develop skills. It's that same fairy tale you hear, like you're gonna live the script. Nobody lives the script.
One of my good friends told me once my mom passed away, he was like, I'm never gonna tell you it gets better, because it doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, but it sucks less. He's like, every year it sucks less.
Yeah. So my dad died when I was 27.
Sorry.
Yeah, and we did not have a great relationship until right before he died. So I actually am so grateful because he could have died when I was 10 and he could have died when I was 18, but he died when I was 27, and it's unfortunate because it was the first time that I was really leaning on him because I realized just how much I needed him. The last thing I ever said to him on the phone was, "I love you." And there were so many years of my life that I wouldn't hang up the phone and say that to him because it was really hard for me. And that was like the coolest thing to reflect on. Maybe we write about those big I love yous you don't get to say, maybe? Right?
I love that.
Well, so if we take the Harry approach, he's not in the story. He's almost speaking like in a narrative way. Mm-hmm. So Harry is God. Harry Styles.
Some sort of omniscient being, yes.
Maybe we're talking to Matilda again. And Matilda always wanted to come to peace with her dad.
I like that a lot.
This is Matilda 20 years later, and she gets the phone call that dad that she always wanted to love her, and she said goodbye to. You're all into love, a kind of love you can be sure of, shaped by, I don't know. These are just filler lyrics.
Yep, go.
And you're born in the futures of tomorrow. And you're the light of that is something in the sorrow. And you're gonna say. So hold on, I kind of like lyric-wise, I'm having a little bit of a breakthrough. So it's like.
Great.
So. Give yourself the promise of tomorrow. Away from all this hardship and the sorrow. I like the visual of like a thread, like an unbreakable one. You're always like bound to your family line. You share DNA, you share, medical history, you share traumas, you share a lot. So if I like that concept, like you can pull as far as you want, but you're always connected to where you began.
Ooh, I love that idea. I love that visual. I'm trying to think if you use the word like unravel. Because if you're going to use thread and you're going to talk about something like this, I feel like unravel is a strong word to use.
Unraveling has like so much other meaning to it, because it's like you're revealing as you unravel. It's like it's wild and unruly and everything else. And I'm thinking more of like a stretch. Unraveling, at some point you get to an end, right?
I love how much you think about every line. Like, it is wonderful to experience this. It really is. Like,
yeah.
Hearing you say it that way, and it's you're right. Like,
yeah.
Unraveling, you get to an end. So if it doesn't fit in what this is, then don't use it.
It's not like it's unwinding as much as it's getting stretched out, and it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. But no matter what, it is always there. That connection never disappears. As thin as you can pull it, it never breaks fully. We can kind of do that thing that you liked in Harry's, where he like revisited things, but in a different way. Instead of sure of that love, like the kind of love you can't be sure of. And
I'm a sucker for that.
yeah,
I love that kind of stuff. Okay, so should it be tethered by blood, maybe?
Because that helps fill in the hole so people can understand this is a love about family, not about a abusive romantic relationship, which I think is really important. Weathered by storms that rolled in the day you were born.
And I think then that makes a lot of sense when you say blood in the first line and born in the last line, that it does show that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
So if we change the center of that chorus, but still have that same last line, thread is still stretched thin, and it always connects to where you've been. You can't fully ever run from your past. And at some point in life, you have to realize it, and you have to confront it. You can't cut that tie. You're always tied.
Taylor, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't think that I'm supposed to play on this song with you.
Okay.
I want to, but if I pick up bass or if I pick up anything else, I feel like that's not where this is supposed to go today. Like, I feel like it's supposed to be you in a room singing the song.
Oh, we did it.
Miss Taylor,
Mr. George.
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Tethered by blood, the kind of love you can't be sure of, and weathered by storms that rolled in the day you were born. But you can give yourself a promise of tomorrow, away from all the hardship and sorrow. And that thread is stretched so thin, but it always connects to where you've been. But you can fall all into love, kind of love you can be sure of, and falling all into trust, kind of trust that shapes us. If you give yourself the promise of tomorrow, no matter how this past has left you scarred though, and that thread is stretched so thin, but it always connects to where you've been. So find the strength to love again. You can find the strength to love again. It always connects to where you've been. Give yourself that promise of tomorrow. Have faith that there's some strength that you can borrow, no matter if it comes from within. It always connects to where you've been. Oh, where you've been. You've come so far from where you've been.
That does it for this episode of Happy Hour Sessions. Thank you so much for watching, and special thanks to our guests for being on today. You can check out their social links below. Don't forget to subscribe. You can watch some more videos right here, and we'll see you next time.